Kind of went through my little checklist, looking at that bit in his mouth, make sure it's not hanging too low. Almost looks like it could go up a hole. You know, a lot of different horses will be riding these bridles during the day. Go ahead and take a hold of his face a little bit. Can walk up into that wind. Make him square. Just going to play around with him a little bit until I get the feels I want. This is exactly how I'd get on this horse. We're going to do the normal routine reality today. Checking his face again. No, he's just looking around there a little bit. I just kind of want to get him warmed up, get his mind on that, you know, he's got to give to me. Right now, I'm kind of getting an assessment, you know, what he feels like in this bridle. If I got too much bridle, seems to be tipping his nose in there a little bit. Kind of thought maybe I had might have a little too much leverage for what I want to do today. I won't be afraid to stop and get off here. When I get moving around trotting and loping, I'm going to see once. This might be a little too much bridle. I might go to a little correctional or something. You know, if I get him too light, then I'll go to, maybe even go back to a snaffle, because I've been pushing on this horse a little bit for a week. So let me just kind of pick up my hands again. See me coming in and out a lot, moving his shoulders around, moving his rib over just a little bit here to the left. You know, I'm trying to get all that feel even before I trot and just kind of establish myself with him, you know. I'm letting him loosen up and come back this way. Still a little weak on that left side. I say that we were riding this horse yesterday on the video, and I had to work on that left rib cage a whole bunch, and it still feels like that's kind of his weak spot. Coming off of there, might have a little more trouble keeping him off there when I go to that right to left change. When I got to move him up and over to the right to get my lead change. Felt good that time, kind of came right around there, right? Work on some of those same turns when I get up here. I get going a little bit more. Just kind of moving his shoulders around, establishing myself in his face. Go ahead and jog him off. You know, I'm going to think, is this horse moving square into my hands? Is he moving right up to that bridle? Got a nice little cadence here the first time off, moved up there a little bit. You know, last week he wanted to twist his head around a little bit and kind of look over there and then push his shoulder that way. And I felt a lot of progress since I started on him, so I'm going like, hey, you know what, this is all right. I'm glad to feel this again today. You know, kind of paying attention to him. He's got some flies bugging him. You know, when it starts shaking their head like that a little bit, you go, well, has he got a fly or a bee or a bug there? Or is this horse way fresh? You know, not feeling anything through his back, so I'm guessing it's probably a fly and I could see it. But, you know, I'm making that assessment all the time. I'm not a rodeo rider. You know, if these things are a little too fresh, I'm not going to get on them. I'm going to go over there and lunge them a little bit more. You know, kind of keep them knocked down to where they're always accepting. I know today that I'm going to poke this horse a little bit, all right? And then when I go to those changes and stuff, so I want to make sure, you know, he's real accepting of that. I don't need one that's feeling good enough. He's putting his head down there and shaking it a little bit. Picking up on him. Moving that shoulder around a little bit, see what kind of handle I got, keeping him soft in his face. Same thing back this way. Going to the right here, he's kind of moving over like this for me, so I went ahead and straightened him out. You know, I've got in my mind always a line out here in front of me. You know, every moment I'm practicing, I have a path that I'm wanting, that I'm trying to keep that horse on, and then I'm trying to feel if he's moving off of that path though. You know, I don't just come out and let them go where they want. Every moment I ride, I got a thought process that, you know, I want to go right there. I want to go right there. You know, and if he's starting to move off of that path, then I'm going to move him over. Other thing I'm always feeling is my rhythm, my cadence. I always want to have some rhythm and cadence. Actually getting a little bit, maybe a little steppier. You may not be able to see it yet on the video, but I feel it a little bit. You know, a little looking off there, so I'm going to go ahead and take a hold of him here a little bit. Just start giving him a little more to do before I go into changing leads or even loping. You know, just we're going to pull on him, make him turn around here just a little bit. Everything just to keep his attention, start getting that horse to start thinking about me just a little bit. Kind of came out of there a little faster than wanted, picked up, let him come back to me. Want him to wait on me. You know, I'm just kind of baiting him into stuff a little bit. You know, and this is just what I do every time I ride. I'm going, okay, you know, is he going to just go ahead and go out there? Is he a little too excited about going out there? Stop, bring him back, make him just kind of keep following me. The other thing, every time I bring him back, move that front around. You're going to get his shoulders up a little more for when we start loping here. You know, again, he's still wanting to go a little forward for me. So maybe he could have used a little more lunging. Don't necessarily know that. I think a little bit of loping will probably get him down there. But you see me moving him a lot laterally. I've had a little trouble with that left rib and that left shoulder just a little bit going up, dropping when I'm loping here. So, you know, kind of it's the same thing. Now he's walking along and he's just waiting. You can see his rhythm and his walk slow down a little bit. He isn't trying to take me so much. So I'm going to go ahead and go to that lope. Hey, Chels, can you bring us some fly spray? Loped off there pretty good, you know, all the stuff I'm trying to feel. Want to keep him up, keep his cadence. Going to keep working on this horse's cadence. Holding, driving. Want to be able to drive, want to be able to push that body over, two-track him just a little bit. Make him accept that leg. You know, it's kind of watching his ears there, listening for his tail. See what he does when I put my leg in him. Lost his cadence right there a little bit. I'm going to lift up on him. A little better right there again. Oh. Ooh, real weak in that stop, so I'm not going to let that slide. Pick up on him, back him up a little bit. We walk back up here. Say ho. Stopped a little better, stood still. I'm going to sit still.